Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. In this week, I'm going to be sharing with you how I like to use watercolor markers, specifically the Ecoline Brush Pen Markers, which were sent to me by Olmar. So the markers that I used for this illustration are Pastel Yellow 226, Pastel Blue 580, Apricot 258, Pastel Violet 579, Turquoise Blue, which is 522, Pastel Rose 390, Indigo 533, and Magenta 337. So this is basically the pastel set, but there are two colors that I didn't use from the pastel set, which is the light sepia and the pastel green. Just because they didn't really fit with the theme that I was looking for, which, as you can see, it was kinda cloud-based. I am really digging clouds lately. Don't come at me, please. I am enjoying them, and I'll take anything that will help me enjoy my art, because lately it's not been going well. I did a video a few weeks ago where I used the primary set of these markers. I did a mermaid, and even though I love the tips of the markers, primary set is too bright to just use the application of the brush as I'm using here. For that piece, I mainly mixed the colors on a palette, and for this piece, since I had the softer colors which Olmar kindly sent me, I was able to just have fun, use the application and just the brush pen in this case, and just enjoy it. I really enjoyed the brush tip of this. If I were to be good at calligraphy, I would use these a bunch, but my handwriting is the worst, and I've tried doing calligraphy, it's just not good. I'm just not good at it. I also have two other colors that weren't on the pastel set, which I believe are the indigo and the apricot ones, and I really enjoy them a lot, so I'm very glad I had them on my arsenal. And so after I pretty much applied all the colors that I wanted, I went with a brush and a palette. And so this really allowed me to mix a color that I wanted to do line art with. So I could have used just a fine liner for the details, but I much rather do line art with a brush. I feel like I have much more control over line art with a brush, mostly because it's easier on my hand. I press really hard on fine liners and I really hurt my wrist when I used to use them, and this way I can get softer and actually colorful line art, which I really enjoy, and I can just do the details all over the piece with no problem. So to get these colors, I believe I used the magenta and the turquoise blue, and in the end I will be using a little bit of the indigo to just darken a few places. So a big thing for me while using watercolor markers is actually the paper. Since I like blending them and mixing them on the paper sometimes, I need something really specific and that can handle a lot of beatings, so to speak. And so I tried a few papers for this. I think all of them were 300 GSM, but for some reason they were just not working. I did 2 drawings the other day with the markers and I was just not feeling it. And they were very smooth papers, some of them, which I thought would help me, but it just looked patchy and I was not enjoying how the watercolor markers were layering on that. And so the paper that did actually work for me, surprisingly, was the Canson XL watercolor paper, which is a super cheap paper if you know. It's the paper that I use to do my sketchbooks, which, for example, this is my sketchbook, which, poor thing, has been a bit neglected. I have been doing more pieces on separate pieces of paper, especially because I've been enjoying drawing a bit bigger, and this is just an A5. So this poor guy has been a bit neglected. I would like to try and finish it so I can do a little tour. But this paper, honestly, if you're looking for an affordable paper to use, Hands down, this is my favorite. I use it with anything, watercolor, gouache, ink, you name it. And this guy will take it no problem. I know I can rely a lot on this paper. Some of the clouds didn't layer as well because I was impatient and I forgot that even though this is marker, it's still watercolor and really needs to dry. So it did feather here or there on me, but it was totally my fault. I should have been more patient, but I was excited. I was enjoying how this piece was looking. I don't know, I've been a bit blocked lately with drawing subjects. I've been a bit blocked lately, but you guys gave me some really nice suggestions in the last video what I asked you, and so those are on the list. Thank you so much for your suggestions, and I'm always open for you guys' opinions and suggestions that videos you like to see from me, and if I'll be able to make them happen, I will try. So I will be working on those videos ideas on the following weeks, and I really appreciate you guys. I did mention on my last video that I would have a shop update happening, but I did washi tape with my designs and I'm really excited for it to come. But it's a bit delayed and I would love to just get them all together on the shop update since they really fit each other. So the shop update is currently on hold until the washi tape arrives, which shouldn't take too long, so hopefully in the next maybe 2 weeks tops, the shop update will happen and I'll be able to share everything with you guys, and I'm so excited. On another note, I also opened commissions right now. I have watercolor commissions on my Instagram happening, so if you want to check it out, prices, or if you just want to see my Instagram in general, the link is always on below. I don't do nothing crazy when it comes to markers, but I do think it's nice to use the supplies that you have, not just always the same way. For example, you don't have to use markers just with the marker itself. It's totally fine to just take the colors and take the brush and just use it how you want. If you don't feel like the color is right, if you feel like the color is too bright, if the applicator might be too thick for some details, it's totally fine to just take what you have and make it your own. And that's a lesson that I think we all need to learn. I do need to learn it. Sometimes I forget that. And it's nice to just be able to take something and use it as you want. I've tried to do space buns. I don't know how well they read with all the mixture, but I think they turned out cute. And here, yeah, I used the indigo just to darken a few spots. I really enjoy the color of indigo. I definitely want to use it in more drawings because it was just so fun. This, for example, would be great if you just want to have a pencil case and just need, instead of having a watercolor set, you have this and you're pretty well suited to just do some outside sketching. And with this, the video is over. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful in any way. If you have any questions, you can always ask me down below. I'm always more than open to helping you guys, or at least trying to help you guys. Please don't forget to check out all my links down below. My Instagram, my Skillshare, my Patreon, my shop, which, like I said, doesn't have my current shop update, but also has tons of goodies that you can check out. As always, you're the star for making it this far, and I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!